Hi everyone, welcome to Mystery Talk. I am Maria Angel de la Cruz, and this episode we will talk about famous and strange mysteries from different parts of the world. I'm here with my team, Diego Rosario, Victor Mejia, Robert Perez, Raymond Rodriguez, and Paloma Perez. We will also give you or want ideas about what we think really happened with these mysteries. And let's get started with Diego Rosario.
In my opinion, Stonehenge was not made, as many people would believe, by aliens. It is my theory that it was simply made by humans way back when as a religious ritual, something made to honor some kind of god. It was simply made by strength, using rocks, logs, and moving it all by themselves. Simple physical strength. Because we have a lot of proofs that humans can do that. For example, the pyramids, we know humans did that. So why couldn't we do something way less big and way less simple of making? Like, for example, Stonehenge. There is also no proof that it was made by aliens or some kind of calendar because it simply would not fit. It does not have the shape of a calendar in any way, and it does not synchronize with the sun in order to function as a calendar. It also does not show any shapes or forms that are not acquainted with mankind, meaning there's nothing there that we couldn't have done ourselves. No kind of advanced technology cut those stones that we could have done ourselves. Now, it is my opinion that Stonehenge as a whole is simply another building or construction made by mankind, not by aliens as a whole.
Thank you, Diego, and that's a cool story. And now let's listen into Robert Perez.
Thank you. My theory about Stone Age is that uh, I agree with my partner that it's not very logical that humans can lift that. Oh wait, for me, there's need to be another explanation, like the stones were moved or were like newly by. If you look closer, there are stones that they have not much sense of. They are put like randomly, and for me, it was more luck that something that the humans beings like wants to create. Uh, if we want to make logic, look the logic and use the physics, we can agree that they use horses to try to move the stones to a places, and they use a like a way to like a polea to pull up the stones and try to lift it. And for me, that is my theory. I don't think so that they use something of magic, or there was a god that that they uh, that put all these rocks together. For me, is something more simple, or it can be a luck that we ever seen the human history. Teach us that. Um, we can there are things that came out of nowhere, like us the humans.
Right, interesting. And Victor Mejia, tell us your mystery.
Thanks for having me tonight. Well, honestly, when we talk about Stonehenge, we're dealing in a site that is still full of unanswered questions. But I can share three of the main ideas people have about what Stonehenge might have been. So, one popular theory is that Stonehenge worked as an ancient calendar. The stones line up with the solstices, suggesting it could have helped people track the seasons for farming or ceremonies. Honestly, it makes a lot of sense to me. When survival depended on the sun and seasons, building something to track time might have seemed essential at that time. Another theory is that it was a religious or ceremonial site. Since burials happen nearby, people must have believed Stonehenge was sacred. Rituals about life, death, or even the afterlife could have taken place there. I think that explanation feels pretty realistic. Ancient people might have used the stones as a way to connect with their gods or ancestors. And then there is the one that I found most interesting. The idea that Stonehenge was a symbol of unity. Building it might have been more about cooperation than the structure itself. Honestly, I love that idea. It's less about misery and more about humans working together to create something bigger than themselves.
Interesting, nice one. And Raymond Rodriguez. And tell us what you found.
Okay, in the same way as my friends, I can say that storage builders must have been used playing all human straight because it's the most logic thing, and a lot of logs and big gear rams. And also, they probably drag the huge stones on good rollers over flat ground. Then basically, they trip them into holes to stand them up. That's the most loyal thing that I can believe of my theory that I have shared. But why I believe I have this idea? Or well, if we go to the thing that is simple logic and physics, we can say that it's the only basic tools like wood, rope, and the thing that is manpower that is the more essential. And the rollers and rams are fundamental principles. They must have figured out how to move heavy objects that they use to the thing. And if we go to the archaeological evidence, this isn't was work. Archaeology have found stone tools used for shaping, and other ancient sites show similar method for moving huge stones like pitch or prepared ground. And I think that this evidence is more the effort of the human. And for no supernatural things, if Alice or magic build it, we could expect strange materials, impossible precision beyond hand tools, or maybe odd energy.
Thanks. And now we pass with Paloma Perez.
Okay, hello. I agree with what they have said. I'm convinced that Stonehenge was built purely through human effort, using simple tools like ropes, wooden rules, and dirt ramps by drawing the stones across the group and lifting them with ramps. The builders applied basic physical and logic. No magic or advanced technology was needed for their time. Archaeological evidence support this area. Research have found stone tools, ramps remain, and prepared group around the site. There are no signs of strange materials or impossible precision, just proof of careful planning and teamwork. The stones augment with the solstices, such as it work at a solar calendar, helping Asian people track the season for farming or rituals. It legally served as both a ceremonial center and a symbol of unity, bringing different groups together through she short tags of boldness.
Thanks, Paloma. We talk about some really strange, fun, and exciting stories today. And thanks for my team for sharing their ideas and stories. And thanks for listening to Mystery Talk. And see you the next episode. And take care and goodbye.